to the second episode of the Glow Podcast, Guiding in Love and Providing Opportunity in the World. I am your host, Dr. Liz Blanding, and this is my story. I wanted to bring the WODIVA forum because there is a need to eradicate domestic violence. The challenge that I have put before us as a community is the 20,000 people times $50. When we do that and come together as a community, that will bring us $1 million. Now, that's not going to eradicate domestic violence, but it's going to get the ball rolling. What we propose to do at WODIVA is to provide direct resources to the survivors of domestic violence or to help those that may not have survived yet but are on their way to coming out of the situation. We also look to provide counseling and guidance. We also look to add books and practical solutions. We have a platform to give a voice to those that may or may not feel that they have a voice. We also look to provide training and job opportunities and career opportunities. So that's a huge charge, but we look to address the entire person, not just one situation or something that, in my case, there were resources offered, but it wasn't resources enough to really help me to get on my feet. So this forum and this podcast is here to help you heal and to help you even to begin to understand that there is an awareness, and then there is a plan, and then there is an execution, and then if the plan fails, like mine failed on a couple of occasions, then you can recalibrate it and you can start over, but you know that you have a community to fall on, a community to say, look, I need help. I need a hand up, not a handout. That's not what we're here for. We're here to give a hand up. We're here to bring different teams of people that can bring those real resources to you. And we look to prove that as we go through our different segments in our podcast. I want to share a story with you, though. I'm going to read it here. Sometimes walking away with $5 in your pocket and the clothes on your back is the only way to see another day. This is a survivor gladiator story. One afternoon, a woman found herself looking down the barrel of a shotgun and wondering how she had gotten herself into such a hopeless place. The woman had struggled most of her life to become independent and successful. As she sat with tears rolling down her face, she could see the reflection of a tired, beaten, older, tethered woman in the mirror. Who had she become? With the pull of a trigger, her life would be over. As she begged the man standing in front of her to put down the gun, she could only think of what her then 6-year-old daughter would do without her. Well, he put down the gun, and she was given another opportunity to shake the dirt off and walk into a brighter future. If you think you can, or if you think you cannot, you are right. The pain was not in vain. I am Dr. Liz, a survivor gladiator of domestic violence. And I just wanted to bring you that portion of my story. I wanted, as we go on in the podcast and further episodes, I'm going to give you a little bit more of the story. And by the time we get through, I want to make sure that we have provided those tangible resources. So when I say get through, this is a work in progress. So as we continue to build on each episode, we're going to bring those resources to you, and we're going to watch this community build, this community grow, and we're going to watch the community healed. I actually want to say thank you to one of our sponsors today, because without our sponsors, we're not able to bring you a podcast such as the Glow Podcast, the Guiding in Love and Providing Opportunity to the World. And that's exactly what we look to do. And we thank our sponsor, Brenda Odom, who actually owns RAM Insurance and Financial Services. Their phone number is 248-714-5102. They are located at 141 North Milford Road, Suite 101, Highland, Michigan, 48357. And again, we want to thank RAM Insurance and Financial Services for being the sponsor of our show for today. And with that, we thank you for watching. Hi, and here is another episode of our herb talk. we want to talk a little bit about herbs because, as I had described in our last episode, or had informed you in our last episode, that the well-being, it not only starts with the at a cellular level, but it's in our fiber, it's in our, it gets into our cells. So we want to make sure that we attend to the whole body, mind, body, and spirit. So as we're going through our healing process, as we're going through making ourselves feel better and doing the things that it takes to feel better, herbs play a great part of that. I use them myself on a daily basis. No matter what is going on with me, herbs is a part of my regime. So today, when we talk about herbs from A to Z, we are bringing you acerola cherry, okay? And that is an herb, and the uses, well, it's usually very high in natural vitamin B1. And vitamin B1 provides a sense of well-being. So we all know what, I mean, in our busy society, in our busy world today, and with all the things that are going on, and especially I go back to when you're going through domestic violence, you have to start to heal mind, body, and spirit. So I want to emphasize on you how important it is to get the right herbs in you and the right combinations. So with the acerola cherry, it is, like I said, it's a source of fresh, ripe, yellow acerola cherries. Okay, you can enjoy the benefits of an exceptionally high source also of vitamin C, which is ascorbic acid. The cherries are especially high in vitamin C, so they have a kind of a tart taste. So you can see how this can really just adding a drop to your regimen every day. With the extracts, you can put them into like an ounce or 2 ounces of steam distilled water and just take it down. I always recommend that you take it at least once or twice a day, maybe at the beginning of your day and at the end of your day. So the cherry actually gives you a feeling of well-being. So I think that's just a great thing, a sense of well-being, I should say. I think that'll help us on our journey. So adding the acerola cherry to your regimen will help you to have a great sense of well-being. So I thank you for joining us for this segment of Herb Talk. Thank you and welcome back. We are here with Ms. Brenda Oldham, and she is an independent financial planner who has a mindset um, to offer freedom in an unbiased way of giving you financial advice. She is also the owner and CEO of an insurance and financial services company. She's a graduate of the University of Michigan School of Business, where she obtained her master's of science in human resource management from Central Michigan University. She is highly accredited, has received many awards and designations, and she is licensed for her outstanding achievements. She is a grandmother, right? She's a grandmother that offers a practical approach in helping individuals and businesses in increasing their cash flow with piggy bank money saving tips. Welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate being on your show today.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the wealth of knowledge that you're going to bring to our segment here. We offer a financial segment because we want to make sure that as our focus and concentration is on survivors of domestic violence. So with that being our focus, we want to make sure that we restore confidence in not only your ability to sketch out a plan of action, but to also be able to put your finances in order, so that helps to restore the confidence as well. And so bringing Brenda here on to be able to help us to put that plan together, I think is going to help us as we continue to move forward in our planning. So tell us a little bit more about the piggy bank secrets.
You know what? It stems from just, I call it the cookie jar, Grandma's cookie jar. And you want to know why? Because Grandma always had the best cookies. I don't care if they were oatmeal cookies or if they were peanut butter cookies or chocolate chip cookies, but it seems like she was able to make everything better. So when I think about Grandma piggy bank tips or money tips, I'm a grandmother of 5. So, we want to be able to teach our children ways to save, but we also sometimes we stumble in life. We might stumble in life due to not any fault of our own. I know that your cause is helping women who have maybe gone through domestic violence.
Yes.
And that can leave a woman just destitute without any money. And a lot of times we have to tap into things that are there in the community. So something as simple as, I don't have enough food, I might go to community sharing, okay? Or I don't have the clothing that I can afford, maybe I go to a place where they help women, you know, or maybe I just need a shelter. So let's say we finally land to a point where we can get working, but we might have some bills and a lot of debt. So when I think about just practical tips, something that you can do really simple is you can start off with creating a budget. And when you create a budget, you're just looking at allocating your income with those expenses. And I like to actually categorize the expenses.
Okay.
Because when you categorize expenses, you want to do it with priority. Because maybe initially you can't take care of everything, right?
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I talked about in our last episode how, you know, I'm very transparent with my story, because I believe then when you know that I know where you are or where you're coming from or what's happening, and I don't just say I understand, but I do understand because I've been there. You know, when I left and made the decision that it was detrimental, that there was no other option. I had to either leave or die. That was just basically those were my choices. And so I made the choice to leave. And when I left, didn't, and that's why I bring these plans to us, because it's so important to plan. Because I had a plan together, but the plan blew up. And so I didn't have a choice to go back and restart another plan. So I left with $5.35 in my pocket without a savings. You know, and during the time that I was making that transition out of that situation, you know, I did not want to bring my family into the situation, even though they kind of got a little bit of the backlash from it. But one of the things that I learned through John Walsh's episode that he gave on domestic violence was that out of sight, out of mind. You have to get yourself out of sight. And I know that some of the challenges and some of the things I was thinking about was, okay, I leave, but then I can't up and move my mother, my father, my family. So that's why we're coming together as a community and bringing these resources. And what you just said, that is how I started over. I started over with using the little rewards. My keychain looked like a little rainbow something because I had a little reward card on it from every store that I could possibly think of. You know, they offer those, but when you use it, and it's just like even the coupons. I mean, how many thousands of dollars do we throw away in coupons? There's no shame in using these things. These are things that help you to get to the next level, and it helps you to make that plan real. So I love it when you said, you know, go to those resources. I mean, when I started over, truthfully, when I finally got back into corporate and I had to take care of my daughter, I would go to the secondhand stores or what have you.
Yes.
They have clothes with tags on them. You put those things together. Nobody knows where you shop. You don't have to feel less than. You can hold your head up with confidence.
Yes.
So I just wanted to kind of interject on that because I'm passionate about you can start over with dignity. You can start over pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. But we are a community that's here to help. And so I'm so grateful to have you here with all of the wisdom that you bring to the table.
And, you know, thank you for sharing, because a lot of times when I tell people I'm a financial planner, I don't like to tell them the other side, that I went through a divorce and I went through having to recover from, you know, domestic violence, and actually being in an apartment on an air mattress. That's not something that I feel proud to talk about.
Right.
But I do feel proud to share with people ways to pull yourself up.
Yes.
And also to, you know, like your show today, tapping into some resource or education that can give you the knowledge that you need to be able to improve your situation.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we're trying to do today. You know, another thing I always say, if you have to sell things to to eat,
What? Yes, by any means.
it's
Yes.
okay to do that.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and that was my situation. I was in, I was in a considered to be in a nice home and all of those things, and all of that was taken away.
Absolutely. And see,
So,
that's a great point, because a lot of times women don't step out because it's an uncomfortable situation, but on the other hand, it's comfortable because they do have those I guess, the home and everything. These are necessities, but when it's a life threatening situation, and it's a situation where you just have to make that decision, that and have the confidence to know that you can build it again, and you
right,
can build it on a stable, steady foundation, because all of that stress and all of that worry and all of that fear, not knowing what your home life is going to be like when you walk in that door, all of that steals your health. It steals your mental peace. It
right,
steals so much from you. It is not worth it. I'd rather, and I say it from experience and not in any type of judgment, I'd rather sleep in a one bedroom or a studio on an air mattress and use my little gift cards and do what I have to do than to walk somewhere where I don't know if I have to fight every day that I walk in. And that was my situation. I had to physically fight coming in the door, physically
right.
fight going out of the door. It didn't matter whether maybe I put on too much makeup or a red lipstick, or it didn't matter what. And I know that there's so many women that can identify with that, because you don't even know, like, what is it that I did today? I mean, and why do you as an adult have to say, what is it that I did when I just got up and put my clothes on?
Right.
You
You're
know,
you're walking on eggshells.
all the time. And
Yeah.
what we're saying is that there are practical solutions. There are things that you can do to come out of that situation. We are here to help you. We are here to give a hand up.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that you've decided to go along this journey with us, because each episode you'll be able to bring a tip, like what you just said. That'll help somebody. Sometimes you don't know, people don't have that person, and we say grandmas because, guys, this is what grandmas look like now. So
Yeah.
we kind of lost those stories that grandmas used to tell.
Right.
We that shoulder to cry on, or that person to go to, and some of us just didn't have it or don't have it, and so we're saying we're offering that to you. We're being the grandmas from the grandma, and it's funny because our segments were the same. We talked about grandma's cookie jar secrets is a segment I used to teach on financial literacy, and then your grandma's cookie jar secrets and your piggy bank
Right.
piggy bank secrets. So I think it's just a match made in heaven. I think it's a great thing. So I don't want to take up all the time, but if you
No.
have something more to bring or share.
I just want to
Excuse me.
let everyone know that if they're struggling with a budget, we're here to help them. We can provide that for them. We can show them where to go for that, because that's going to help them be able to start, I say, recovering and starting over. You got to start somewhere. So,
I love that start. That's what it's about. And when we say start, we don't mean that you have to execute right away, because that could be a scary first step. But we want you to start formulating all this information that we're giving you. And you said it. Start writing it down. And again, it's a tip. When you write things like this down, you're going to have to start being, I called myself 007, because I just started figuring out ways to, I said I put that plan together and it kind of blew up. But it still helped me to understand that putting together a plan and saying, okay, now, I'm a truly an honest person with integrity. When you're in that situation, you have to be I Spy 007 or something. So you have to figure out, where can I have a locker? Where can I have a this or that, where you can start putting these things away and you
right.
can keep them off campus. I'm going to say campus, or off that place that's not so safe. You can start, and you start writing these things down. Start you a budget. We talked in our other segment about how to start creating residual income. But this is a wonderful, wonderful segment that we'll be bringing to you. We're bringing it to you so that you can start formulating that plan. You can have a safe way to pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you, and I thank you so much for being here again. And I just look forward to you all joining us. And I'm looking forward to all of the success stories. So again, we thank you for watching. Hi, and again, we have Cecil Elder here with us, and we are going to talk about the wonderful opportunity of Fortress. And the reason that we bring Fortress to the table is because when you talking through and walking through a plan of domestic violence, or when you have that as as a circumstance in your life, we want to make sure that we bring tangible resources to help you all the way through your plan. And with Fortress, it is a way for you to build a residual income, and you can do it as passive or as aggressive as you like. But you also have a team of support. It's very important that when you are walking through your plan to exit domestic violence, that you start with some type of financial security. So I've found that with Fortress and being a part of Fortress and having a wonderful partner as Mr. Elder, as we continue to walk through building Fortress, which is it's a strong place. It's a place of stability. It's a place of protection. And we're talking about protection. We're talking about being protected in your finances. And then sometimes when you are going through a situation of domestic violence, your confidence has been diminished. So when you have a stockpile financially, that helps to start to rebuild your confidence, and it helps you to understand that there is a way out. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the Fortress opportunity is and how it can help you to actually build that financial stability. So Cecil, last week we talked about how Fortress, how you build Fortress by even just simply one of the criteria is to refer other members. It's a social media network that pays. So when you refer other people to the network, just like any type of membership, like a Costco's membership, a Sam's Club membership, all of these different companies have established these memberships, but if you really think about it, you're actually a consumer. With the Fortress membership, your voice is heard, and so when you have ideals and you bring those ideals to the table, you can actually become a part of the structure of the company. And that's one of the things that I love about that, because you're building a stable foundation for yourself, but we're also building a community. And in building that community, you have people in different areas that can help you, and everybody is willing in our community, because we build a community of like-minded people. That's very important. When you build a community of like-minded people, that means people that have a heart to help, people that want to see you succeed. That automatically starts to help you build your confidence, and not only your confidence, but the tangible resources as well. So, Cecil, I'd just like for you to share a little bit about how, Fortress has made a difference with yourself.
Oh, really, 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 really. Okay. Also, I always have to say thanks again, Liz, for having me here. I really appreciate it. I'm excited, and I'm excited about what's going on. Let me tell you a little bit about what Fortress have done for me. It's building. My confident level of helping people, because that's what it's all about. It's all about helping a community of people, and joining a membership club of Fortress. It have also helped myself, my wife, my moms, my children. A couple of my kids have, seen, some extra income coming in from Fortress. And as we continue to build this foundation, is what I'm calling it, of this membership club, it's going to help so many other people out here in the world. So, and all I spent out of my pocket was only $10. It's
Wow.
only a $10 membership, you all. So $10, and that's all I really paid out my pocket one time. Because after that, I done hit different levels, And on the second level, if people don't understand, it's different levels inside of Fortress of how they start paying out. So, I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. I enjoy talking about it. It's no pressure. It's no stress. It's no begging. You ain't got to convince people. You ain't got to pull no legs. It's just helping people. It's just really helping people, and only a $10 investment.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Okay, you said you're having fun.
Yes.
Okay, listen to these points, though. He said he's having fun.
Having fun, yes.
He is, well, I think one thing I heard you say, you got your wife and your son and your daughters. You got them out your pocket, basically.
Yes.
I think that's a wonderful thing, because one of the criteria with Fortress is that as long as you're 16 years or older and you're in the home with your parent, you can become a part of the Fortress as well. So I think that's a wonderful thing, too.
It is.
Something else that you said there's no pressure, there's no stress, and that's one of the things that I love about it, too, because that means that anybody that wants to have a membership that pays, a social media network membership that pays. That's what a true membership is. You actually reap part of the benefits as you grow the company, and I think that's a wonderful thing there. You said that there is no pressure, so that means that there is no buying. Did I hear you say any buying?
You're not required to sell or buy anything. That's another thing, because
Okay.
so many other companies, you have to buy something or you have to sell something. This, you're not required to sell or buy anything. Just a membership club. Now, it's different add-ons if people want to, but you'll get back into that part. But you
Right.
don't have to.
Right.
You could just join a membership club, have others join the membership club, and Fortress start paying you out.
I think that's a great point, because there is no pressure to buy, there is no pressure to sell. But the wonderful thing is, if you say, wow, well, I'm not real good with talking to people. Okay, now there are a couple of other points. Now, you say you're not really good at talking to people. I have to think about that a little bit deeper, because we talk to people every day. And we're in communication with our families every day. So I think that's a point. When we refer people, Black Panther was like one of my favorite movies. When I refer people to the movies, the concession stands got paid, the actors got paid, actors got paid, the establishment, the theater, whatever, everybody got paid in that. But the person that referred the person to actually spend their dollars there. But in Fortress, if you refer a member, you get paid. When you refer a member, I should say, you get paid. You also, if you want to, because it's a platform with different products available that you purchase every day, if you purchase something there, the membership part of it is that you get a discount. You get a discount on anything that you purchase. If you decide, just say, okay, so you're assigned a link. If somebody buys something from your link, you also get paid. So Fortress has designed a platform that anything that you automatically do on an everyday basis, you actually get paid for doing that as well. So it's not a requirement to buy. There is no requirement to sell. It is a wonderful membership that allows you to make passive income any way that you like. And then if you have a business, which is another wonderful thing, or if you're an aspiring business owner and you have a business, you get to promote your business on that platform. And it's the same $10. So you never have to buy, you never have to buy anything, you never have to sell anything, and you also get all of the benefits of being a member. And you choose your membership, basically. You choose. All of it's available to you, but you choose it. But one of the things that I did want you to go over, because you say it so well, so eloquently, you go down the payment plan, the commission structure, and I think that's always important for you to know where your money's coming from. You know,
right.
So can you explain that?
Absolutely.
It's your favorite part.
This is my favorite part. So, listen, you all, to get involved, it's get 3 like-minded people like yourself, and you start getting paid from it. So when I say getting 3 like-minded people to join a membership, once you get your first 3 people, it's $3. So, and it's compound interest. That's what I love about it too, because they keep building, they get bigger and bigger. It's residual income. So your first 3 people is $3. So they, it may sound small, but then when you get to your second level, you at $12. So just the $9 plus the $3, you at $12. But then, when you get to your third level, you at $39. So this is money just keep on coming. You only done paid, just $10? But then when you get to your fourth level, you at $120. So at $120 right now, you might could pay a cell phone bill, maybe could put a little grocery in the refrigerator. Then when you get down to your fifth level, you at $363. Now you could do even more. Even $363, sometimes people don't know they $300 away from a car being repoed for a house going into foreclosure. Just $300. So we at $363 right now just on the fifth level. Then when you get to your sixth level, you at $1,092. So now you over $1,000 a month. This is residual. You close to $1,100, and all you done paid is just $10. Now for 12 months, even $10, that's $120 for a whole year. You already getting over that. Then when you get to your seventh level, you at $3,279. You over $3,000 a month. Even if somebody just sit on a seventh level for a couple months, that's still good income coming in every single month just for on your seventh level. $3,279. That's good.
That's real good.
Then when you get to your eighth level, you at $9,840. Now you over $9,000, close to $10,000, and you only done paid $10, getting people to join the membership club. That's really it. You're not spending no extra nothing, just helping each other.
Yeah.
Then when you get down to your ninth level, you at $29,523. Then what I love about Fortress, they give you a $10,000 bonus. So you at $39,523 on your ninth level. And this is for the rest of your life. Extra income coming, $39,000. Some people don't even see that in a whole year.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, Liz?
Absolutely.
But then check this out. That's just one matrix. Now you could build a whole nother matrix after that. So that's another 39,000, another 40,000, 40,000. It could go 80,000 and 120,000. You know, 160,000, 200,000. It just keep on growing and going. And all you done paid is $10. See, what I love about the founder, Akili Amari, and his wife, they came up with a program that could help everybody. He said he want everybody to win. It ain't about just, you know, people getting into a lot of these companies, and some people may make a lot of money, but what about the other people? You know, can't make no money.
Exactly.
This people in my organization right now is making money, never made money in anything. And they already make it. And I know it ain't about just money, but it's all about helping each other. And once you got that heart to help,
Yes.
you going places.
Absolutely.
It's all in God's hands. So I love the program, and I love what it's doing, you know. And I know what it's doing for me and my family as we talk right now. So it's a wonderful concept.
Well, I think something that you said, it's not all about money, but, you know, money is a shield and a defense. So without it, you know, what type of a life you have, and you don't have as many choices. But when you do have money, you do have choices. And that's one of the things that we're talking about. We're also saying that when we bring this back to the people or survivors of domestic violence, you are now creating a plan for yourself. You know, I've heard, you know, all types of things when I was going through and coming out of it. You know, well, why don't she leave? Or, you know, why is she going through all these different questions or what have you. Okay, but where is the plan? You know, I was coming up with a plan in the background where everybody didn't see that. I was coming up with a plan. So what I'm saying is that we are formulating a plan here, and we're giving you the tools to be able to dig yourself out and to be able to come out in a place of strength, and to also come into a community that has a heart to help.
That's right.
Community, and one of the other things that I love about Fortress is because there are a lot of strong men in the organization that lock arms with one another and say, I want to help you to succeed. And I think that is just wonderful, because with any community, when you have strong men, you have a wonderful foundation. You have a place for, I mean, just think about it, our children. And, you know, I'm going to talk about this in another part of our segment, but our children look at us as the example. They look at us for us to be able to, well, provide. I mean, they look for us to provide. What better way to provide than to provide them not only with providing them with financial security, but also providing them with a legacy? Because when you build a fortress of your own, you are able to will that to your children. So now a lot of the worries and concerns that we have, we're able to step into it, and we're able to build it brick by brick by brick. And that's the same thing that I'm talking about, is that we're able to build a plan, a step-by-step plan, to be able to help us to be financially secure. So we mentioned a couple of different ways that you can build your fortress within the Fortress platform. And again, you know, much thanks to Mr. Akili Amari and to his wife, whom we just, you know, are very grateful for even coming up with an ideal or an actual platform to help us to build. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We never know what somebody else is going through. We have no clue what they're going through. So we're able to offer this as an opportunity and a way out. So, Cecil, did you have anything else that you wanted to add? I mean, I enjoyed this segment because I'm able to say, okay, here is a tool, a tangible tool. Not only that I'm in myself and I'm working through it with my family, but also, you know, it's a retirement plan, it's a vacation plan, it's a whatever plan that you want it to be, but it's an awesome plan for receiving help within the community, and it's sincere. That's one thing that I look for when I unite myself with somebody or with a company or with them. I want it to be sincere. I want it to be true. I want it to do what it says it's going to do. Isn't that something in 2019 going to 2020? We want things that are true, that are real, that are tangible.
That's right.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Well, last thing, I just had a conversation with somebody the other day that they have a product, and what I do like and love about it, that you can, like we just said, you can add your products and services to the platform, and they don't pay no more, no less, but $10 and $10 a month. And as I look on our website, we have so many different things. We got things, all type of different things on our program. If people just get time to, once they become a member, just go on the website. It has we have some awesome, things inside of our program that can help so many people, So that's another thing I just wanted to share. So I'm just, it's like when they say it's like an Amazon that pays,
Yes.
man, I just keep this Fortress is going to be a household name,
Absolutely.
So as people starting to hear about it now, I just think about how Amazon and Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, how it took a little time. Nobody didn't hear about it, but then when they start hearing, it's like boom.
Yeah, the momentum and attraction, and that's one of the things that that we talk about a lot within our group is that just like with Facebook, he didn't build that by himself. He built it with the community and with the people, and you don't get anything back for being a member there, but you put all your content out there, and when you put all your content out there, they use that content to bring on sponsors and advertisers, and they make all of this money off of something that we could be doing for ourselves. I think because we don't think about what's happening, we just kind of walk around a little bit, I don't know, I want to say a little bit asleep or something, and we just follow the masses instead of thinking about, wow, this is now an opportunity for you to do what you do every day. You can click on and put your information on. You can do all of that. It's a wonderful tool for us to now start to say, wow, here's a company that's going to pay me for my content, pay me for being a member, pay me for bringing other members on. How many times have you said, are you on Facebook? That's like a household thing now. People say, are you on Facebook? Well, open up a Facebook account so we can talk or whatever. You can do all of that on the Fortress platform. Everything that you can do. And again, we said $10 a month. The reason that we say $10 a month is because it's $10 a month, but after your first month and you refer a couple people, you don't pay anymore.
That's right.
So, you get all of this, and I do believe it's because of the heart of the owner. If you think about this, the heart of a CEO, a founder, the heart of that person, the spirit of that person transcend throughout the organization.
Yep.
So when you link gold with people, that's why I hold on to people like Cecil, because he is an amazing powerhouse, and he has a sincere heart to help people. And that's why I'm so grateful that you're on our program and that you are blessing our podcast with this information and sharing the stories. We have plenty of stories that we're going to talk to you about, plenty of members that call us and say, man, this helped me. I had a belt on my car brake, and my check came, and I was able to get it done instead of stressing. We want to help you mind, body, and spirit. So we want to make sure that when you have your finances, we say money is not everything, but again, it is a shield and a defense. So when you can go into your bank account or your check is coming between the 1st and the 5th, you can take that money and take care of what you need to take care of it. So, we just wanted to bring this information to you and just let you know that we do have a sincere heart to help. We're going to continue to bring tools to you, and we just want to be a blessing to you. So we thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to you joining us for upcoming episodes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And in closing this week's episode, I'd like to read you a note that my eldest daughter sent to me. And I told you all and shared with you that this is a journey for me. And I know that while I'm reaching out to help others that have gone through domestic violence or that is in domestic violence or that is a survivor of domestic violence, no matter where you are in that little equation there, I want you to think about something. When we think that the children are not involved or the children don't hear or they're too small to know what's going on, when I left, and I say escaped because I became a very good escape artist. When I left and escaped that domestic violence situation, my daughter was 6 years old. And just until recently, when I told my children and shared with them what I was doing as far as sharing my story and sharing the journey and also sharing, the different resources that I used to come out of that situation, did she send me back a note that actually it brought me to tears, and I want to share it with you because I think that we need to understand that we're not just making decisions for ourselves, but we're also making decisions to leave a bad situation. We are affecting our children's lives forever. And so I'm going to read this to you. She says, and this is about our first episode, and it was on eradicating domestic violence and putting the challenge out. But she says, just watched. So proud of you. Thank you for the courage to make a decision to leave a situation for both of us. Without you choosing to leave, things could have ended up completely different. I may not have been here, nor my sister and my brother or their kids, let alone not meeting my husband and having my beautiful baby girl. Your life and decision has blessed, have been a blessing, not just to you, but your legacy. 3 kids, 5 grandbabies. That's 9 lives you've saved. That is 9 lives you saved. So think about that when you're making a decision to put a plan together and to leave a bad situation. So, with that, I just want to thank you for taking the time out to share some of Grandma's good old cookie jar secrets. And until next time, health and wealth to you.